Lucki is an artist that my friend, one of my best friends, put me on, and I have actually became more of a fan of. I have been very critical over some of his newest music. However, he does have bangers. He has some songs that I genuinely really love and can listen to all of the time, and we're going to count down the top five. Before we get into that, though, I would love it if you subscribed, hit the comment button, did something, comment anything, comment you hate me. That's okay. I don't care. And hit the bell to get notified on the next uploads. Let's get into the top five Lucki songs. Diamond Stitching was the first single, or what was supposed to be the first single for Drugs Are Bad. If I'm not mistaken, he dropped this on his birthday. This is one of my favorite examples of when Lucki sounds like he's like hungry, sounds like he's actually like, oh, on this song, I have a faster beat, I'm not going to mumble over it, I'm not going to slow down my delivery, and I'm going to hit it as hard as I can. I really like that approach from Lucki, and I love it whenever he does it because he doesn't do it as much as often as he used to. Not even as he used to, because I'm not even the most experienced on old Lucki music. However, I do really like this song. It tickles a spot. You know what I'm saying? The hook is fire. I love the hook on here. It's probably the best part of the song, and then you've got two verses. It doesn't. I don't. At least I'm pretty sure. I haven't like really looked at how like when the end of the song really starts. Lucky does the same sometimes where he will end a song with 30 seconds of just beat. And even though the beat is fire on this song, it doesn't do that. And I'm glad it doesn't do that. Use the whole beat time to just eat on it, to just flow on it. Do whatever you can to it. And I think it works to a really good degree on this song. I really do think that this, like, should have been on Drugs Are Bad. I think it's a bonus song if I'm not mistaken. But there was a lot that happened between this and the album release date. I really would have loved to see this on Drugs Are Bad because I think Drugs Are Bad needed more of this. Songs like this. They don't have to be necessarily as good as a top five Lucki song. That's preferable, but it is. I'm not even asking for that. Just that same type of almost that hunger. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is pretty fire. I love this Lucki song. Let's go into the next one. We are going to be looking at Tunevert, the intro to Sex Money Drugs. Fun fact, I have this album on vinyl, and I have to say, Tunevert is probably the best song on here as the intro. It sets such a good vibe. This is probably Lucki's best album, but none of the songs on here are as good as Tunevert. It just introduces such a nice vibe. It gets you into this almost like late night drive type of ambience that the cover also helps like give out. It gives hard like late night CD vibes, and I think that really works. It's a vibe of a song. Play it late at night and you're just chilling playing the game, or you're late night driving, and just the wild western almost sounding beat. I remember when he was playing snippets of this before the song and the whole album came out, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. I remember if you look at like one of the early days of this channel and you look at the one of the first videos I did, it was a reaction to a Lucki song called No Bap, and I remember being disappointed because I thought it was going to be this song. He had posted a snippet of that Tunevert song, and I loved it, and I was like, dang, I can't wait to hear it now. Didn't get that, you know what I'm saying? But then I played the beginning of Sex Money Drugs, and it's just, God, it's fire. I love this song so much. Like, I come back to Sex Money Drugs, or I will play the vinyl that I own just to hear this and like Moo Boo and New York. But those songs do not touch this one, in my opinion, because it's probably the one that I have replayed the most since this. But there's one more song that dropped as a single before this album came out that somehow didn't make the album that you'll hear later, and I love it even more. But we're not quite there yet. Let's go to number three. If I have the timeline of events right, this is the first song that Lil Yachty and Lucki dropped together. Greed, as I just said a second ago. This song is a banger. I remember when I want to say this was one of Lucki's like first like when he like people really started noticing him. Not only is Lil Yachty a bigger rapper, well, actually arguably it's closer than it ever has been, at least today. But when this dropped, not Lucki, Lil Yachty was significantly bigger, and then them being friends was how the song came about. The beat to the song is crazy. Lil Yachty's flow on here is crazy, but mainly talking about Lucki. Lucki sounds great. His hook, that all that agree you should kill yourself, like that is so hard. And then the rest of the hook goes good with the beat and his flow. It sounds very nice. That kind of like laid back, chill sound, but it's also hard at the same time. You know what I mean? Kind of like bobbing your head pretty good. Again, perfect late night drive music. Lucki's music is perfect for late night drives. It really is. I think it's better than a Drake and drive. That's just my opinion, but I'm a big fan of Lucky during the late night hours. He becomes, I don't know, something about him just gets better. You know what I mean? And which is kind of funny because this is definitely Lil Yachty and Lucky's, like, it's their first collab, it's also their best collab. Every other song that they have made after this just hasn't lived up to the same light. Some of them have been pretty good. Like the song off Gemini season is pretty good, but the song off of the EP for Drugs Are Bad was terrible. So we get two sides of that coin, you know what I'm saying? There hasn't been a mid one, there's just been great and ass. But I like this song pretty good. I really like it. The cover's really hard too. Again, this was one of my first introductions to Lucky because my first album was Flawless Like Me, but I had actually heard this song before and I didn't realize it was Lucky. I just remembered Lil Yachty's part. Again, though, love this song. Let's go on to number two. Sunset is actually my friend Parker's favorite song on, I think, ever by Lucky. If I'm not mistaken, this is his favorite song. If it's not his favorite song, I know for a fact he loves it because when I was starting to get into Lucky, he played Lucky for me, and this was the first song he played. Sunset is a banger. I think everyone's main point is the production on here. It's so emphatic. What's the word there? Entrapping, I guess that I'm trying to say. It sucks you right into the song. And his delivery, even though it's so like laid back and his flow is so chill, like the song is just hitting hard and it works with it. It's again that good combo of chill but also hard at the same time. I'm such a sucker for that. Like you can listen to this lean back and just you feel tough as ever. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel hard. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I don't think this was a part of a bigger album, but again, this was earlier in Lucky's career, and I have not dabbled into that early. So this could be a part of a wider project that I do not know of. This was also, you can tell it's earlier because if I'm not mistaken, this is when he had dreads. I think Lucky had dreads at one point, and this is when he had them, or at least like maybe just longer. He has long hair now, but like the way he wore it different. You know what I'm trying to get at? He had different hair, and his voice sounds different. He doesn't sound as drowned out almost as I feel like he does now sometimes. He sounds like there's a little bit more life to his voice, a little bit more grit, which I do think, not having as much of that is not a bad thing on certain songs. It can be, but not all the time. But this is just kind of a different shade of Lucky, a different vibe that you get, and I actually really like it. I really enjoy it. I love this song. I don't honestly, this one's more of an objective taste of mine. This is definitely my second favorite song by him, but I listen to the other ones more, which I know is odd. That's an odd thing to say and claim, and then put it this high on my top five. But it's mainly because it's so short, which you might say might make it more replayable. But I don't know. That's just me. Let's go to the next one. Number one, my favorite Lucky song of all time. Give me the key. I got him hanging from my belt. Being a lean at a game so cheap. Pretty girl scale. This song right here produced my favorite Lucky song of all time, my favorite tweet of all time, and my favorite like snippet IG like on an IG live of all time. Well, actually, second. Quavo's probably my first one. The Instagram live that I'm talking about is he played this one time on Instagram live, and I remember it went viral. It went crazy. I remember showing it to my friend Parker, but of course he had already seen it before I did because he's a Lucky mega fan. But I remember the she want me to leave, and I don't think he played anything after that beat drop, and I was like, oh my lord. That is so hard. And the tweet that I'm talking about, I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it up here, is like this lean, guzzling, purple eating, purple picking demon, fat demon better drop this song now. And like the now was in all caps. Love that tweet. And it's obviously not as funny me saying it out loud. I understand that. But in the moment, younger me from like this might have been 3 years ago was hilarious. This also dropped before Sex Money Drugs and made me even more excited for that album, which has made me like think it was odd that it wasn't on there, not even as like a bonus song or nothing. If this was on my vinyl, I would play it all the freaking time. I really would. I love the song. This is genuinely one of my this is not just one of my favorite Lucky songs. This is one of my favorite songs. Leave Her is so good. The beat alone and the way he flows on it and that hook, man. She want me to leave her, but I don't. I do bad all by myself. It's, if that's wrong, I'm gonna blame it on Lucky's words being mumbled and me not caring enough to ever double check the lyrics. I love that, and that came in a time in my life where like that's just how I was feeling. That was like high school relationship problems. I don't know. That leveled with me a lot. A lot of kids listen to Drake when that happens. I listened to this song. It was a banger. Again, this right here is in a whole nother tier of a late night drive song with your friends. This, God, man, this song is a perfect Lucky song in my opinion. If every song he ever dropped sounded like this, it would be perfect. Or at least like sonically this type of avenue. This almost like I've said late night drive a million times, but that really is what the vibe I'm thinking of here. I love the song. It's his best one ever. I hope y'all enjoyed the full screen. Whoops. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Top 5 of my favorite Lucky songs. Kind of a quicker video today. I don't even know. This might take me an hour to do. I don't know what time it is. Never mind. It will definitely take me an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the little clips of me dancing. I can't dance to save my life. If you made it to the end of the video, then I greatly appreciate it. You need to like, comment, subscribe, or I'm going to whip your ass.